If you're experiencing hair loss, you're in luck because together we're going to explore two in-office procedures that are very effective to address hair loss: PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and mesotherapy. I want to discuss with you the pros and cons of each of these treatment options and help you figure out which procedure is ideal to address your hair loss. Now, both of these procedures are in-office procedures. They're usually done either by a doctor, a nurse practitioner, or a physician assistant. Now, I do want to let you know that there's a slight amount of pain associated with this procedure because we have to numb the front of your scalp so that when you go for this procedure, because both of these, both PRP and mesotherapy, involve microneedles, okay, that are injected across the scalp, and we want you to feel comfortable. So let's first discuss mesotherapy. And the goal of mesotherapy is really threefold. One, we want to increase the blood circulation to the scalp. We want to improve nutrient delivery to the hair follicles, and we want to lower the impact that DHT, dihydrotestosterone, is having in terms of causing hair loss. Now, mesotherapy can be a combination of medications, minerals, or vitamins, and the medications could be dutasteride, finasteride, or minoxidil. When we perform mesotherapy, we use extremely tiny needles, okay? They're really short in terms of their height, because we only want to get to where the hair bulge is. And the hair bulge is where stem cells are located because the goal really there is to stimulate new hair growth. So if we can deliver the medication or the vitamins or the minerals right to the bulge, that is where we're going to get the biggest bang for the buck. Now, when you go for mesotherapy, we want you to be super comfortable getting this procedure. So to start the procedure, you're going to likely get a ring block. So you're going to get an injection here, and maybe an injection here, and this should numb your scalp for the next couple of hours so that when we perform this procedure, you really should feel almost no discomfort, and when you leave, you should also have no discomfort because you're going to have a numb scalp. In terms of how frequently you should be going for mesotherapy, well, my recommendation is that you really do this 3 months in a row. So month 1, 2, and 3, you come into the office because you want to get the concentration of the mesotherapy in the scalp to the appropriate level. And then you come in every 3 to 4 months for a maintenance dose. It's very similar to how if you go for Botox injections, you come in every 3 to 4 months to maintain the results. Now, mesotherapy is safe for both men and women, and it's a very effective treatment to treat a lot of hair loss conditions, including androgenetic alopecia, which is the most common form of hair loss, alopecia areata, telogen effluvian, where you have excessive hair shedding. The only time I'm going to caution you to not do mesotherapy is if you're currently trying to get pregnant, if you're pregnant or breastfeeding. Women specifically should avoid mesotherapy with medications, so avoid dutasteride, finasteride, and minoxidil. Men can, though, take mesotherapy with minoxidil. It is safe when your partner is pregnant and when she is currently breastfeeding. One of the things that patients really love about this procedure is that they can go right back to work. Okay, so the recovery process is basically no recovery process. If you have any discomfort whatsoever, you can obviously take an ibuprofen or a Motrin. But no one's going to know that you had mesotherapy treatments because all the injections are going to be hidden amongst your scalp. And if you develop any swelling the next day, and that swelling might happen underneath your eyelids, but I don't anticipate that, it's probably because of the ring block and the fluid settling down here. It might take a few days to resolve, but I do not think you're going to have any issues whatsoever. You should have smooth sailing. This should be a really simple procedure and a procedure that you look forward to doing on a routine basis because there should be almost no discomfort associated with it. So let's switch gears now and talk about PRP, platelet-rich plasma. And this procedure involves taking blood from you, a small amount, and spinning it down with a very high-powered machine to concentrate what's known as the platelet layer. Inside of the platelet layer, there are growth factors, and those growth factors, if they're injected into the scalp down to the hair bulge, can have an impact in potentially stimulating new hair growth. Now, in a very similar way, in terms of how we inject mesotherapy, we're going to use these microneedles, and we want to make sure you're comfortable. So we're going to do a ring block across your scalp. We're going to inject here, here, and here on both sides, okay? Because again, our number one goal is to make sure you're comfortable. Our number two goal is obviously to make sure we can do everything we can to help stimulate new hair growth. Now, we're going to then do injections across the scalp again. We're going to do about 100 to 150, and we're going to target the areas that have hair loss, low density, as well as some baldness. Now you have to be consistent with PRP, very similar to what I recommended about mesotherapy. You do a treatment month 1, 2, and 3, and then you follow that with a maintenance dose every 3 to 4 months. Again, it's about getting the growth factors from the PRP to the hair bulge to help do everything we can to help stimulate new hair growth. PRP is very safe for both men and women because essentially what you're doing is you're donating your own blood to stimulate new hair growth. So very similar to how mesotherapy can be used to treat a lot of different hair loss conditions, PRP can treat the same hair loss conditions. The only additional benefit, though, is that if you're currently someone who's trying to get pregnant, if you're pregnant or you're breastfeeding, PRP is safe, and I would encourage you to get PRP injections. I think it is a procedure that is great if you're experiencing hair loss during those periods of time in your life. The recovery process from having PRP injections is really simple. You should be able to resume your daily activities after the procedure is completed. The only thing I would say maybe avoid is rigorous activity like exercising at the gym or lifting heavy weights. If you have any discomfort, you can always take an Advil or a Motrin or a Tylenol. If you develop any swelling the next day, don't get upset. That might happen because you're getting PRP injections as well as a ring block, and so the fluids could kind of drain underneath your eyes, but that should resolve on its own within a couple of days. Again, it's not always common for that to happen to everyone, but sometimes it does. I like mesotherapy and PRP, and there's a lot of research to support that both are equally effective at stimulating new hair growth. With that said, I have a proclivity to recommend mesotherapy as a first-line treatment to patients, and there's a reason for that. When we do PRP, if I take blood from you on a Monday versus a Friday, your platelet level with the growth factors is going to be different. If I take blood from you versus me, we're going to have a lot of differences in terms of how much growth factor is in that platelet level. And that can have an impact in terms of its ability to stimulate new hair growth. There's a lot of variability when you do PRP. With mesotherapy, we know exactly the concentration of what we're injecting. And so that's why mesotherapy would be my recommendation for you as a first-line treatment. Doesn't mean that I don't like PRP. It doesn't mean that I don't do PRP. In fact, I do a lot of PRP. And PRP is a great option if you're someone who doesn't want to use medication, or if you're someone who's trying to get pregnant, you're currently pregnant, or you're breastfeeding. They're both effective. But mesotherapy would be my first recommendation for you. I hope this was helpful to inspire you to think about getting one of these procedures. Now you have two options to explore. If you have any questions I have not addressed about PRP or mesotherapy, please leave them in the comments below. And as always, I'm here on your journey to address your hair loss and help you maintain your hair.